back to the show. It's still Football Crossfire, and you've got here the best team of analysts on Nigerian television or even African TV. I've still got Matthew Adafi here.
I love it when you say that.
Kazim. My name is Kibati Bankole. Now, don't forget that this show is viewer participatory, so you can participate by sending an SMS to 33073. You can agree or disagree. If you think Tottenham will defeat Man U today, just send an SMS to 33073. Write CRFA if you think Tottenham will beat Man U. If you think the game will end in a draw, just type CRFB. And if you think Man U will win, just write CRFC. Send that SMS to 33073, and you can follow us on Facebook by going to www.facebook.com/footballcrossfire. Now, guys, who do I start from? Let me start with you. Let me start with you, Biola.
All right.
And let's start from Tottenham.
We win all the time, so start with
You know what? Last season was Tottenham's best ever in the English Premier League.
Yep.
I mean, they had their highest finish ever. They got into the Champions League. They came fourth, beat Manchester United, the money bags, of Manchester City, to fourth spot. And I remember they defeated teams like Chelsea. I mean, they were on a high. But somehow, every time it's time to play Manchester United, they just freeze. The last 10 times, I mean, the last 10 fixtures, Man U have won 8 times, 2 have ended in a draw. I mean, last season, when they were going to Old Trafford, I think, was it a week or two before they had defeated Chelsea.
And that's not before that.
So, I mean, people were expecting them to at least get a draw, but somehow they got to Old Trafford and just froze. So what is it? What's the secret? What do you have? What do you have? I mean, how do you do it?
It's difficult to place what we have over them, but I do know that we have a strong hold over just about every team in the English.
You don't have a strong hold over Tottenham. You have a strong hold over referees. You bribe referees and you intimidate them to submission.
You, so you can say they have
it's about bribing referees.
I do feel that we have a very strong hold over them. And one of the components of the reason why we beat them is the fact that they are naturally attacking side. They like to go forward and they forget spaces, and that's where United, can hurt you. Like we already mentioned, last season they played very well, it must be said. Fantastic team last season. Beat Manchester City at the City of Manchester Stadium, beat Chelsea at home, beat Liverpool at home. So they were a tough side. But when they came to Old Trafford, it was totally different. At that point,
because you paid the referee.
At that point, they were still gunning for that fourth place. And they were looking for goals. Jermaine Defoe, going forward. Aaron Lennon, all of them in fantastic form. But critically, they leave spaces, like I said, and United can hurt you.
That reminds
you have
me.
Spaces.
Yeah, Matthew, you said something very interesting, and it's true. There's something about Manchester United and referees.
And Tottenham, especially Tottenham.
I remember vividly last year. I mean, that game was full of controversies. I think it was it Howard Webb that was
Howard Webb and Riley, Matt Krattenberg, just name all of them. I think they're on Sir Alex Ferguson's payroll. Let's chronicle it backward a little bit. You remember when a certain Carol, is it a lady or a guy, goalkeeper Carol, baited the ball into the net? Only the referee looked up to Sir Alex Ferguson, and I guess Sir Alex Ferguson gave him the nod. And he said he didn't see anything. And then Tottenham was leading by 2-0 over Manchester United, and out of nowhere, a handball.
And what happened last season?
The whole world saw. Only the referee didn't see anything. Even last season, there were too many calls.
Like which one?
Tottenham were going forward.
Okay, you know what?
Jermaine Defoe was clear on goal, and he called back a foul that was unnecessary. Gave us an advantage. Come on, give me a break.
Matthew,
the reason why I missed 8 times out of 10 is because we pay referees.
Yes,
hold on. Biola, you asked which one, and I don't want to look like I'm taking sides or anything, but this is just fact. Everybody has cried foul about this.
I'm not the one saying it now.
Just a week ago, a certain Gary Neville. I mean, even after
even
after the game between Stoke and Manchester United, every football pundit agreed that Gary Neville should probably have gotten sent off. In fact, I remember
even Sir Alex agreed because he had to draw him out immediately.
Biola, you've got to say something about this. Even Tony Pulis, I remember Tony Pulis after the game said if that game was at Old Trafford and Gary Neville was a Stoke player, he wouldn't have stayed on the pitch. Biola, you must admit that there's some favoritism.
Is it politics or politics?
Manchester United. What is it?
The word I will use is not favoritism. I mean, the referees like us. Like I said, everybody likes a winner.
Like
certainly.
He just gave me the answer that I need.
That's because everybody likes a winner. Like Randy said, maybe Gary should have gotten a red card. But don't forget, 3 of us were not referees. All the football fans are not referees. The only one who can issue that red card was the referee on the pitch. And in his own opinion, it was not a red card.
He who pays the piper dictates the tune. Somehow, Sir Alex is paying something.
Anyway, guys, let's get down to business. Matthew.